A warning before you listen.
What you are about to hear is not meant for children, nor for the faint of heart. This is an unfiltered retelling of ancient myths, told as they were born, raw, violent, unsoftened. Expect scenes of brutality, curses that linger, betrayals that reshape fate, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. These myths were never meant to lull children to sleep. They were forged in blood, shadow, and fire. So ask yourself, are you ready to hear them as they were first told? Sources and references can be found in the episode description.
In this audio epic, we tell the story of the division of the cosmos. Prologue. After the war. A world without a ruler. When Cronus fell, peace was not born. The skies trembled, not in relief but in rage, as tyranny was ripped from its throne. The earth still steamed with the heat of the Titan's final march, and the air reeked of betrayal. Lightning hung in the clouds, wild and masterless, searching for a hand worthy of holding it. In that moment, there was no king, no law, no certainty. Only ashes. Ashes covering the thrones of old, smoke rising from wounds that had not yet closed, and three brothers standing amid the ruin, each seeing the world through his own fire, each believing he alone had the right to inherit what remained. But the aftermath of battle is not peace. The silence that follows is not calm. It is a ringing in the skull that refuses to fade, a trembling in the ground that no longer knows who fell and who still breathes. Lightning still cracked across the heavens. The stones remained hot with the dying screams of crushed giants. There were no banners, no voices, no crown to be claimed. The throne stood abandoned. Blood clung to the steps like a curse. And glory? Glory stood alone, unclaimed, orphaned. The Olympians stood atop the wreckage of an age, frozen. Even the goddesses who had never touched a blade, like Themis, Lady of Justice, and Mnemosyne, Mother of Memory, watched from the shadows, as if silence itself had become law, as if wisdom had chosen to observe rather than act. Zeus gazed upward, as though asking the sky itself, "Am I next?" Poseidon kept his eyes on the distant sea, as if the depths were calling him home. And Hades did not speak, did not move, did not smile. He stood atop a heap of corpses, his face a riddle carved in stone. No one dared to say, "I am king," because to say it was to invite the silence to strike back, to walk over the skulls of your own blood with open eyes. The war had ended, but no order had yet been born. The throne was empty, but no soul approached it. The sky waited, the sea growled, and the underworld breathed slow and heavy. Even the ageless beings, those who do not die, felt it in their bones. Something was unfinished. Victory without a crown is only another kind of death, drawn out and cruel. And so, need was born, the need for choice, for rule, for someone bold enough to divide the cosmos. But who dares to stand on the throne still soaked in the blood of time? Who dares to risk becoming the next Cronus? And so, the world remained crownless, the gods without a map, and the sky without a master. Until, from somewhere deep and nameless, a voice rose, a whisper that carried like thunder. Gather, for silence does not rule the cosmos. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us, Which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why? We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.